Of course, hello. We're probably already
Are we live?
We probably are.
Picking my teeth. I just had an apple.
Well, this is what we've learned 8 years later, supposedly. Let me get you the link so that way you can say hello and we can say hi to everybody.
I just ate an apple, y'all.
All right.
It had caramel on it.
All right. So you
And
need
some peanuts.
You need this link.
Ah,
Okay.
my phone's gonna die.
Probably.
My phone's gonna die.
All right. Hold on. I'll get you this. And a copy. And hello, everyone.
Look,
Oh,
we're stuck.
thank you.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, this thing's on. Let me send you the link. I'll send it to you here.
Okay. Where?
Facebook.
There? Let me find.
There.
Oh man, I'm in the red. I'm in the red.
Have it. You have
I'm in
it.
the red.
Oh, Jesus
I'm in the
Christ.
red. I'm in the
All
red, y'all.
right. I'm going to come over here, and I believe we'll be able to see.
Did you send it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I did.
Look at that.
Yeah. And
There it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Am I supposed
catch
to
this up
download
live.
this?
Oh, hopefully.
Oh no, what have I done? How do I, do I just copy this?
I believe, yeah, you should
I
be
can
able
share
to.
it.
Yeah, you hit share.
Oh,
Well-
we're working on there.
Wow, we did the damn thing, didn't we?
I don't know. But I like this natural light, or do you have a filter on?
No, it's the natural light. It's probably the laptop too. I mean,
Copy.
we have to have the right
Go
thing.
here.
so-
I'm going to be looking up in just a minute.
All right, just checking to see what I
I'm
got.
trying
here.
to.
It
trying to
probably
get this
might
over
be
here.
easier to do it this way, so that way I can catch what they're doing on YouTube. Hello, everyone,
Hi.
and thank you for the happy anniversary. Boy, it's been a journey. It's been a beautiful journey.
It's been a journey. It's been a beautiful journey. It really has.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
I'm just getting this. So you got to give me the live chat. Wait a minute. You know what? I can read it right here. I'm really good at that.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
You can see that.
I can actually see that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is kind of, if you
Glasses.
have questions for us, if you want to just sit here and chill with us, we're enjoying the ambiance. It's nice out. It's about 69
So
degrees.
pretty out.
We got half a moon, but we're both
My nose
two
is
whole
running. I
moons.
just didn't put cocaine up it. I just wanted everybody to know.
Oh, well, that's cute.
However, you might not be able to see my eyes. I did have an edible. I sure did. Okay.
I think that gets us real time.
Are we real
trying
time? We're close to real time.
Yeah, we're close to real time.
All right. There we go. Hey, Allie.
So,
Yeah. It's pretty cool
Yeah.
out here. We're going to let the room get some people in it.
yeah.
I just ate an apple, for those of you who don't know. I'm picking my teeth. And, today is our 8th anniversary. Wedding anniversary. Not our 8th anniversary. That's a long
What would you say you've learned about this connection?
so many things, but I guess the most important thing is that it's not going anywhere.
No. Would you say it's still the same strength?
No. I believe we look at me, just like 4 seconds behind up there.
Oh, well, I don't know if I can get it real time. I think there's a delay just in case.
That's
you know,
okay, just in case I cuss.
Right, in case you cuss. So, yeah. Hi, Angie.
Which is probably it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, I think it strengthens the further along you get in the journey. Right? I mean, let's face it, this twin flame journey isn't for the weak-hearted
No.
at all.
No.
We are some strong MFers. Because it's paired with, I just feel like you got the twin flame dynamic, which it's paired with having a marriage and a relationship in the 3D. Does that make sense? So you're balancing a spiritual connection with a physical connection.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes the balance isn't always there, right? yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I don't think there's ever a level.
No, no.
There's one way, you know what I mean, or another. And it's a lot of, you know, I'm a Gemini. So it's a lot for me to can see you. You're right there. It's hard for me to surrender.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say it's yeah. But would you say that you've been able to heal a lot of family wounds through our connection?
No. No.
Not even little.
Nope.
You mean those people that you're connected to?
They hate this connection.
But you know what?
They all
Is it-
nobody they don't like the connection.
What do you mean?
What?
It's defying. I give it
It
that.
is.
The connection is very defying but I would say, if it weren't for you, I wasn't able to heal things with a feminine connection like I've been able to with you.
Right.
You wouldn't say the same for masculine?
Yeah, yeah. I would. I would say I've relinquished, and when I say a little, I mean a tad bit of my masculine energy.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right.
You're not buying that?
No.
I mean, somebody out there's buying it. I mean, I don't.
Who out there's buying that?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Well, welcome. For
Hello.
those of you just coming in.
Coming in.
Um,
Here we go. A question. Woo!
Ooh, was it hard at first? Which time?
She wants us
How
to
many
answer
first
that.
times do we have? We had.
Being in physical union. We reconciled 5 months ago. Still married. Now living together again. There's still bumps and healing though. Still times I want to run again, but I don't. Here's number one, and you'll probably hear me say this a couple times. If you haven't seen our journey on our playlist here on YouTube, you it's literally a journey of when we met, how we met, and what we've endured and been throughout this throughout actually before the actual wedding.
Right.
A couple years before.
Yeah.
And was it hard at first? Yeah, it was hard the first. It was hard the second first. It was hard the third first. It was hard. You know, twin flames aren't like soulmates where you mesh a lot. In a soulmate relationship. You mesh. You like the same things. You enjoy the same hobbies, the same things.
You're not in your head as much.
Yeah. Right.
You really in a soulmate.
Yeah.
In a soulmate connection, you just the way this connection is. Everything you've ever been in your head about, you're going to be like quadruple that in this connection, and that kind of makes the fight or flight.
Yeah.
I would say that if it weren't for a lot of the thought patterns we've had, the feeling always was just as strong as it's. I mean, if not stronger, but the way our minds work, the way that we've been connected, the way that we've experienced connection, our minds just didn't want to agree with that. It's like I can think of like our last knockout drag-out fight. Of course, she was right.
There was a few.
And, it was like,
There was a few.
sometimes you just have to relinquish whether somebody's
Keep
right.
looking in there, and I keep adjusting, and it's annoying me, so I know it's annoying them.
so you get to a point where everything becomes a first. I think the way that we treat it more so now
Hey, from Portugal.
is I think we still experience a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
There's always a first. I think it's how you are open to the first and not experiencing it as the everyday life, because you really aren't having an everyday life in this connection. It's always evolving.
Right.
and you're always going through some kind of dark night of the soul, and you just don't even know how the hell you got into it in the first place. You're like, did I say something? And then, there's a lot of things that we do say. I think there's things that we say to each other that kind of, well, they still trigger. There's still some triggering, but there's still
I can do it.
Oh, yeah. She knows all the buttons. The funny thing is a lot of the buttons have been dismantled.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And now I just kind of go. I mean, it's almost like instantaneous that I feel like there's always a camera on me in my own house. So when she says something, sometimes it's like I turn and look. And it's like I'm staring at somebody, like maybe it could be my spirit guide for all I know. And I just look at them, and they look at me, and then I look at them, and then I just kind of just go back to regularly scheduled programming because it's like there's no getting away from it. So I would say if you are together, communicate. We have so many communication quirks still.
I'm sorry.
Let me talk to my spirit guide over here for a minute. She communicates. No, it's
I get it. Yeah, there are obviously still. There's always probably going to be communication issues. The problem is we have communication issues, and he's a dude, so it just all goes hand in hand. Men don't.
A dude.
I called you a dude.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, I don't think we're real time still. If you are watching, please go ahead and like this and subscribe if you're not subscribed already.
It is definitely the issues with communication on his part mainly.
Wait a minute. Whoa, hey, time.
Look.
Time. Wait, whoa,
No,
whoa.
I can fix this. I can fix this.
You think you can fix this?
I can fix this. As females in our feminine energy, right? We want to, by nature, talk, right? That's how we are, right? As naturally,
right,
like that.
Right.
Naturally, you guys are
reserved,
and I don't know how to say that word.
Let you go, macho. What is this? What is this?
I couldn't think of the word.
Oh my God, you look like Cornelius from the freaking.
I couldn't think of the word.
No. You know what?
You know what I mean?
The biggest issue with communication in this connection is the other person thinking for the other person. Women often know what the other, if they're connected to somebody else, they know what they think about them that never was thought about them in that way. But as long as they have to be right, it's usually hell or high water. So it's like if your thought process is already going that's the way I'm thinking, there's no getting around it. I have to stand back and watch. And I watch you get upset over the way you think that I think. And I'm going, well, when you're ready to come down off of that, I don't think like that. And you give me such great stuff to think about. And I'm like, I wish I thought like this, but I don't think like that at all. And we have men, we literally have very simple ways of thinking.
Simple-minded.
No,
That's
I didn't
what you
say.
said.
I said we have simple ways of thinking. We just don't think like you guys think we
sounds
do.
Great.
We're visual, but our thought patterns are very
Simple.
visual too. They're very simple and visual. It's like if the sun's coming up, ooh, there's the sun. Okay, that was fun. Literally on to the next thing, right? But you guys are like, ooh, you're like making love to the sun. You guys are like, oh my God, you're talking to you. I'm jealous now. Look at you. You're acting like that with the sun. And we're like, what the hell are you talking about? I said, there's the sun. It's like, we had a whole story about what you say the sun was. And we don't even think like that. We don't.
Well, the sun is hot.
Well, it is hot. I mean, the sun.
Been the corniest show.
Hi, Gemma.
All right, dogs. Thank you.
Craig, go play. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. I have not seen my TF for 5 years now. We knew who we were to each other. I see his birthday number almost every day for 2 years now. Okay, so why aren't you two talking?
Thank you, Sharon.
I think this is very unusual. When you find somebody you're connected to, why do you shut down? Why were we the only? I mean, our connection was very, very strong. Mm-hmm. And if you really look at it, it was hard not to talk to each other because of how strong the connection was. Even if I had to friend zone myself when I would talk to you, or you friend, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like they finally find a way to just go. You're reading too much stuff about separation instead of paying attention to what separation is really caused by, which is lack of communication. It literally is. I mean, you can still talk to each other. You may not like what each other has to say. You may not like the way they're living their life. But here's the thing about not liking the way they live their life. You're judging yourself too. So don't make the judgment you have on them your priority more than you judge yourself. I can't tell you how many emails we still get over them, me, them. And it's like, do they know that you're doing that? Because that would really make me run away from you. If you blame me for every single little, I don't want nothing to do with you. But if you want to tell me what's going on with you, I'll be more than happy to share what's going on with me. And that's literally what strengthened our connection. Yeah. It wasn't the judgment that you could have on me for the way I was living my life. Although I know you did secretly. I could hear it in the background.
Really, you just can't help it.
You can. Okay. You can help it. Because you learned how to judge. Go back and realize that the judgment happened to you first, and now you got to judge the person you're with because they're connected to you.
I am no longer judging your past. It is what it is.
Are you feeling okay? Is that an anniversary present?
It's just funny to me now. I mean, that's the truth. It's funny to me now.
I don't think I know how to be.
It's not serious. It's funny to me.
I don't know how to be that person. I don't. I don't know how to be that person. I don't. It's like you never really said. I don't think I ever talked out loud until you about things that I was thinking about, things that was going on in my life. Mm-hmm. And the more I heard myself talk about it, the more I was like, this isn't even me. I mean, now you're with
I've heard you say that a few times.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yeah, I'm not.
Why was I doing?
Yeah, you say things that's interesting, like that's not even in me anymore. Like that, I didn't even know who I was back then.
It was a good distraction.
You'll say things like that, and it's interesting to hear.
I would say things like what?
Like, you'll say things like, I don't even know who I was back then, or I can't imagine how I was back then. Because I was unconscious. You've said that before,
right.
too.
I think it was like when I felt this connection to you, I went, no, whatever this is definitely not going to accept what this is. Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like. And it felt like I had this big, huge mess, and then over there, you weren't a mess. And I went, I can't bring you into that.
Yeah, which is exactly what I did too, remember?
Yeah, but you don't, but in my mind, I'm sure in your mind, that wasn't what I was doing. I just wanted to go out and be a hoe.
Right.
And that's not what it was. It was like, no, my hoe-ness would hurt you. And I would lose whatever that was so special that I don't want to taint how special that is. Mm. I mean, you can have the connection and you can go, okay, let's have sex, because there's like this energy that comes from you that's incredible. But then it's like, it made all the other ones just, it seemed like, what was I doing?
Right.
It was like, it just wasn't, it wasn't connection.
Right.
It was not connection. It was nowhere near connection.
Is that Randall? What if my twin flame lives in England and is Superman, but my twin flame is just someone I'm trying to write a book with?
Oh.
That's Randall.
No, here, Randall. I see what you did there.
I love it. Sherry, do you believe that all twins are meant to be in union? I know what Lee would say, but what do you believe?
She knows what. post what I would say. Go ahead. Let's see if you got your best Lee impression of Allie. You go ahead and you post that because Lee's got different shit every day.
Yes, I believe that. Let me make sure I read that right. Okay, yes, I believe that all twins are meant to be in union. Yes, I believe that. I believe that we are all meant to find our big love, our big connection. Right. I believe that. Right. Whether we do or not is complete opposite. I don't know what the percentage is. I'm sure it's very low, but
hey, Craig.
I would assume that no, that it doesn't happen as often as we would like to think. Craig!
Hey, Craig.
It's probably the Amazon guy, and if you would quit ordering stuff, then the Amazon guy would stop showing up here all hours of the damn night.
Oh, if it's not your Sheen closing, I mean, we got to make sure we throw that pitch out there, right? Shine, whatever.
I love
it is.
that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't believe we all find that true connection, and I know there's such a difference in connection. We all see connection a little bit differently, and once you find that connection like that, that it's
okay. I'm glad you stopped talking.
It's undeniable. Like there's no way you can dispute it.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
So what would Lee say, Allie, before I tell you what I would say? Because
Stefania Lee would say,
it wouldn't make sense not to be together.
As you make out with a dog.
Isn't that what connection is about? Okay. Well, let us tell you what we have found.
You can't even see my eyes.
You can't?
No.
Oh. Well, those they tent.
Wow.
They have a tent too.
Oh, is it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. How can Lee word this in a really simple way? Okay. The way I see it now, what most people are experiencing in separation is union. And this kind of goes hand in hand with twins coming together. So, let me give you an example. Let's say we have a twin that comes to us, and, they say, I want to do root camp, so we take them through root camp. And then we find out that when they were 7 years old, their parents divorced. So what ends up happening is they come into connection, and 7 years later, they're in union because they separate. Because the two people they're connected to couldn't stay together, so why would they stay together with the person they're connected to? And it's much deeper than this, of course, because, I can't be simple. Because this connection isn't simple. But the truth is, the way this connection runs its course has already happened to you, and it will happen to you again. And it will hurt 4 times as much as it did the first time when you stuffed it down and hid it. So, I wish that was the only variable, but we're talking about billions of other variables just like that. We've seen connection where people have had siblings they were closer to, and then they end up having multiple twin flames because they had all of these multiple connections when they were a child. Unconditional love as a child isn't the same as true love, which has no opposite. So what ends up happening is you repeat a whole bunch of different cycles. You repeat a whole bunch of different disconnects just to end up having what you consider to be separation is nothing more than union, because that's what already happened to you. And you had to live that way with two people you're connected to being apart. So when you're apart, that's union to you because you got used to it. You know who you are when you don't have connection, but do you know who you are when you have it? So I would tell you that there is no simple answer. As Allie would say, I know what Lee would say. Well, I hope that was close to what I would say, because I'm sure that'll change tomorrow, because it goes much deeper than even what I'm saying here. But I know that the words that I put together make more sense if you really slow that down and pay attention to what I just said for the last 2 minutes. That's happening everywhere. So is union everywhere? Absolutely. but it's happening according to what disconnected you to begin with. So union to you is losing connection more than it is gaining connection. So
We would say, how are you connected to the you inside of your union?
absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So, ma'am, what if after being turbulent on off for years, now dismal to no communication, and when it feels like there's no surety, and some people say commitment is coming from other people? What to do with the connection? Currently, I'm feeling maybe numb or detached or reeling or reading my best, you can say. Well, I guess your name is Ashwini?
Ashwini? I'm not sure.
Okay, so are you content being disconnected? Because we find a lot of people get more comfortable when they're disconnected, and then they call it self-love and they call it self-care, but they're completely isolated and they don't let anybody in. And if they do let somebody in, they let somebody in who doesn't understand anything about connection. That's usually where that goes. The one thing that I would tell you that probably would change everything is if you just dropped any judgment you have about the connection. That's the only way you open the door back to connection. If you have judgments about what the person you're connected to is doing, if you have judgments about what your twin flame is, what they're doing, how they're doing it, who they're with, all the bullshit that you can throw out there, the connection doesn't give a shit. That's why you suffer. You suffer because you have judgment. You don't suffer because you don't have judgment. So you're looking for the answer. The answer is let go of your judgment. I give it to this one. If anybody had every reason to judge me, she did. And she didn't. And here we sit. But she saw something to my core. And a lot of us say that when you have this connection, you see something in their core. Well, she held on to what she saw in my core. She didn't let all the stupid shit I was doing. She realized I was unconscious.
Well, too, I don't judge because I don't want to be judged. And the last thing I wanted was to be judged by you.
But then what doesn't make sense is when you were judging yourself and said, I did it.
Right. I still do that.
Yeah. And I'm stunned. You're like, what do you think? I'm stupid? And I'm like,
Did I say that?
I'm like, did
What do you think? My hair's blue?
No, I start checking my mouth. I'm like, did I say stupid? I'm like looking for the words. I'm like looking in the sky or somewhere where I would have put the word stupid somewhere where you would have interpreted that I said it. And I know I didn't say it.
What?
But a lot of things like that, or what do they think that I'm, the thought patterns of what you think somebody thinks of you is probably one of the biggest issues with why we lose communication. I can't tell them we're twin flames. That's the funniest.
That's the biggest one.
I can't tell them
I can't tell him.
I can't tell them we're twin flames. Okay, so what you're telling yourself is that I can't tell them we're twin flames. Meanwhile, they're over there going, it's like they're rejecting this connection. They don't get it. It's not to be gotten because you need.
It's not to be gotten.
No.
Can't gotten it.
You can't. You'll get got.
Get got.
You'll get got if you.
You're gonna Medea the whole thing. Got it.
You get got.
I'm telling Tyler. I'm telling Tyler.
You do. You get.
Tyler, if you're watching, you already know.
You get got when you tell yourself you can't tell this person
Keep it
they're
up.
your
We're
twin
gonna get
flame.
Phil McGraw involved.
But here's the thing.
We're gonna call Phil
But
McGraw.
the getting was gotten.
There it is.
When that happened.
It's over. Phil McGraw. We know you're gonna be watching. When you see this,
am I wrong?
he's doing.
Am I wrong?
You can't imitate Phil
No,
McGraw.
but it's kind of how that shit goes
It
down.
is.
Oh, I can't tell them. And I'm like, so you're okay with them being rejected in the connection? And they're like, what are you talking about? Well, the fact that you're not telling them that they're your twin flame, they know you're holding something back in the connection, and now they can't trust you, so why should they be with you? So if they run away from you because you say to yourself, well, they just decided to move on with somebody else. Well, you cut off the connection when you say I didn't tell them they were my twin flame. Well, what do you want them to do? They don't realize you don't realize the weight of your energy of actions when you do it. You don't. You think, oh, I just don't want to look crazy to them. Well, that's you judging you and calling you crazy, right?
That happens.
And you get got. Not by them, by you. You did it to yourself. You made sure that you rejected you in the connection and them in the connection, and now you want them to be with you. I'm sorry. It's the worst.
I tried that.
I remember you were hesitant.
What?
You were
You
like,
remember?
oh my God, you were like, I think I know what we are. And that's what we are.
Yeah, because we weren't regular.
Well, I knew that we had a really strong connection.
We weren't regular.
But we didn't understand what that was about.
That's likely a spam call.
Yeah, we didn't understand what we were. But when you said,
Hey,
well,
go.
look, just read this. And I
Just go.
only read that one space. And that one space was very, and we didn't find back then in 2014, you didn't find a lot on separation.
No.
It became flooded with separation because a lot of people instantly found, there was like this awakening, this very powerful spiritual awakening that I believe hit the planet. And people just started coming out and really talking about it. But I believe somebody started a trend of writing about separation. And hence, when you find twin flames, you find separation. So it's almost like somebody wrote it into the connection as an algorithm to make sure that's exactly what happens. And people read more into separation than they do connection.
Yeah.
Which is why we revamped our entire website, because that should be what you find. You need to find something that says life and connection, what is connection, and what is this very powerful spiritual connection. It just doesn't make sense to find twin flame and then you find separation, one or two. You can do it right now. If you just type in twin flames in the search engine, you see separation. Or 5 steps on what's leading to
That kind of stuff makes me giggle.
They all talk about how you're not going to have it instead of talking about how you should have it. And it's like, that's why we created this channel.
Be careful, Benita.
Oh, she going bye-bye?
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, bye.
This dog fest has to...
Yeah, they're just happy to see
Yeah.
us. Hi, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, I was born in Lenore.
Come on, Mike.
My twin and I have been in our longest separation yet and no contact for almost 3 years now. So I have one person who is also on the journey, and she says find a soulmate. But I literally can't date. Something always goes wrong. So you basically are telling on yourself. How come when you find love, something goes wrong? And how are you accepting that? I
Hello,
guess
Ann. Go ahead.
you should probably sign up for 30 minutes. I would love to actually help you connect that big dot, because I believe there's a big dot there that once you realize it, you can change your connection, not just to the person, but to yourself, because this is actually telling a bigger story in the background. You probably should ask yourself what it is about you, or do you already have some things that you have about yourself that you don't allow anybody to accept? We had that.
Yeah.
I
sure.
had a really rough time. I think we both had a really tough time accepting ourselves in this connection. Because we didn't... You want to be the most special person in the world to that person, but you are. You're just not the way that they... You can't understand how you're special to that person. So you got to let them... You got to let them show you how special.
Yeah, you don't quite get it.
No, you can't try to tell yourself that you need to be special a specific way.
Did you hear my Australian accent when I
No,
said hi?
I'm afraid.
I said hello, Ann. Look.
Oh, yes, me judging me. Oh, I see.
We've
And I keep seeing 144 and 1111.
1111's your twin number.
Isn't that
It's a great
144? The
number.
144 is in the Bible, right?
I have no
144.
idea. You're
Somebody
asking me.
took that out of the Bible and put it in the twin flame community. And I went, really?
Really?
Oh,
I don't know anything. about
144,000 or something. If you go look in the Bible and just search, go to Google and just put in 144,000 Bible, and you'll see it. And it's like somebody incorporated that into the connection. Like there's only 144,000 twins. And I went,
Oh, man.
yeah, because we're all not connected.
Oh.
Yeah, like vibration and frequency even know what a number is.
Right. Well,
Yeah, go figure.
we're not judging their belief
No,
system.
no, just let it go. Ivana, you have the answer. Okay, let's see. What if people say that if your twin doesn't ascend, God will send a divine soulmate?
What? Wait a minute.
So, what if people say
whoa,
that
what?
if your twin doesn't ascend, what does
What-
that mean?
what-
What is ascend for a twin?
Well, let's look up the dictionary version.
Oh, okay.
And because I'm interested in this. And I'm really interested in this. Okay.
Oh, you're welcome, Mara.
All right.
Hi, Ann.
Here we go.
Hi, Sonia. Oh, Australia people just coming on.
Go up or climb, rise through the air.
Oh, okay. So,
Now that is biblical.
so a twin needs to
I
rise up or climb.
Well, yeah, but I think they actually mean come. I think they actually mean present themselves, or you know what I'm saying? Come forward, or somebody you physically
Yeah.
see shows up. Shows up's good. You know, ooh, I got to be real touchy because I don't. I can give you my opinion. I'm trying to stay out of trouble.
Oh shit.
I'm going to tell you my personal experience.
Oh, I think if they mean your twin doesn't wake up.
Okay,
Oh,
that's even better. That's even better.
Okay, present again. Okay.
Right, that's
All right.
even better.
Okay.
First things, if you come into union, the connection doesn't ever leave, right? I'm always going to be connected to you, right?
Yeah.
That being said, I should ate that edible, but I'm getting it. My personal experience is I've had multiple soulmates. Lee's had multiple soulmates. You could have multiple soulmates. You know, if you don't meet your twin, you're going to have multiple soulmates. Who sends them? I don't know. I'm not going to touch on that. But you know, there's always going to be someone that you meet that you have that soulmate connection with. It's very common. People are married for years and years and years to their soulmates. It's the twin flame dynamic that doesn't work, right? and if it does, right, this is why you're here.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know that anybody or anything brings somebody into your path. I think if you're here and the twin is there, way over there.
If they're saying your twin needs to ascend, what they're saying is they're in a lower space. Here's the thing about this connection, that if it's a pure connection, whether somebody is low or high, the lower they are, the stronger the connection. So we're getting it backwards. We believe that a high state or a high presence or looking like, you know, I don't know, the highest from Ruthless and just kind of walking the earth and you know, we shit gold. And no, that's not connection. That's, you literally...
It's fantasy.
Well, that, and you're not accepting who they are, how they are, where they are, what they've been through, where they're going.
Right.
So if you're not going to be with them when they're low, don't worry. They're not going to be with you when they're high. So even if somebody's trying to tell you how to judge them and how to tell you if somebody has to be up here, I'm telling you right now, this woman stood by me when I was low and high. This connection doesn't give a shit what you think. You're going to be miserable if you're waiting for them to get here. Because I promise you, when they do get here, they're going elsewhere. They're not coming to you. So get that shit out of your mind.
You cussed, I did.
I'm just telling the truth. Because this connection does not judge. But if you were going to be human in this connection, you will say they're 3D. And the finger goes like this. Because you need them to ascend where literally they're going to go deeper in. And the deeper they go, the more love they're going to find. So if you can't be with them when they're that low and love them through that, you're not going to be there for that deep love they'll find when they do start to rise, when they do start to ascend. Because we're proof. That's exactly how this connection works. If you're looking for this connection and you're not paying attention, you're going to want to go, oh, you're going to be this and you're going to be that. And they're going to go, I'm not going to check off all those boxes.
Yeah.
I can't check off those boxes. I couldn't even be a good kid to my parents, let alone you, right? Because what you're doing is you're trying to find a way to reject them because you're reading too much stuff. You're reading stuff that's telling you this is who this person's going to be to you. That person, that's not going to fit that list. Because number one, when you read that list, look at your own life and see what boxes you would check.
Right.
Because you want them to come in and you want them to check off all these boxes when you've never matched those boxes to yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Cameron, come up here because we're on live and the dogs are going nuts.
Here comes Cameron.
Yeah, so it's like you get there and you don't realize that you have to go down deep. You have to be down in that darkness with them. Because sometimes you're going to be that light that they need. And that light is what's going to guide them. If you leave them in the dark, don't worry. Somebody will come along and be that light for them when you won't. And if you're not going to be the light for them, somebody else will be.
Right.
They will be. And I promise you, Ron was her light. And I didn't have a light. I went darker, but you stayed in contact with me.
Right.
And then she started being that light because she was talking to me, because there was communication.
Can I take the dogs as a sign? Yes.
Yeah, yes.
How about, look, let's run a little fun
contest?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got to pull up my clock here.
Yeah, the dogs are always a sign.
Oh, yeah, for real.
They'll bark at anything and they'll love you anyway.
60 seconds is what you have. So those of you who have been long-time listeners, first-time callers, will know this. And if not, then this is for a free 30-minute session.
Oh.
Yeah. And you got one...
Make it 45, because there's already free 30 minutes. It's Root Camp Connect being to me, but...
Okay, 45.
45
yes,
minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a free 45 minute. I created a link, but nobody can see.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
You created a link that
Yes,
nobody can see.
Right.
That's awesome. You did that.
Yes.
I'm going to hit the button, and after I ask the question, I'm going to hit the button. And there's 60 seconds. So the first question is, how did Lee and I meet? How did we meet?
Ooh.
And I've hit the start button and go. All right.
So the first person to answer it.
First person to answer it in 60 seconds.
Wins a session.
Wins a session.
With both of you?
With both of us. How about that?
Wow. Okay.
Yay.
Look at her jumping into the deep. Just like the movie What Dreams May Come.
Sure.
He joined her in the darkness and allowed her to be. That makes sense.
Pretty
Sharon.
much, but yeah, that's not what we're looking for.
Through
But
Facebook.
that's great, Sharon.
Through Facebook. You met on MySpace. Reconnected.
Reconnected on MySpace.
Yes.
That's somebody on somebody today saying MySpace was coming.
Yeah.
Didn't Timberlake
I
own
think
that?
I accidentally said it, didn't I?
Did
In
you?
our journey. I think I did. And you were like, you're not supposed to tell that. We're not publicizing it for them.
Didn't Timberlake own that?
Oh, he owns MySpace
He
now.
owns MySpace.
Yeah,
In
he
a
should.
supermarket when you were kids. See, that's...
Yeah. That qualifies.
It does qualify, but it's actually not how we met.
Yes.
For this time. But you know what?
You win. You
still win
get
one.
one.
Yes,
So
we did.
email me.
Yeah.
Email us, relationshipreinvent@gmail.com.
There's our answer.
Where is it?
Beverly Spencer.
Where?
Date right there.
Date from online site. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
All right.
The M word. Yeah, we actually did meet there, 2005. I winked, she winked. And then she was like,
And the rest is history.
she was, and I was like, hey, what's all that?
Did I say that?
I could feel it.
Nobody said that. Did you eat an edible too?
No. I should have.
Do you feel it?
I feel it.
That's great.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did eat
we
an
met
edible.
at a dance club. And
We did not meet
you
at a
were a
dance club.
salesman. Oh, wow.
Well, pretty much.
I had thought, yeah.
We
We
did
know
see
each
each other
other
in a store.
when we
Somebody
were
else guessed
younger.
that, Sherry.
Yeah, we did. We saw each other. We kept crossing paths.
We did.
But finally, we were on an online dating site, and yeah, we met that way. So,
Here we are.
yeah.
And the rest is history. Whoa.
What's that?
Look at that.
What? Spanky's Club. Wow.
Like we used to both go there.
Yeah, we
but
did.
we didn't know each other then.
No.
But I went there.
Wow.
I wonder if that's
Spanky's.
somebody that knows us.
Yeah. Oh, did that person go to Spanky's?
I don't know. Maybe there's a Spanky's in every town.
There probably is.
Probably.
I can't believe it.
gotta be a club.
That is a really messed up name for a
It's
club.
got to be a club named Spanky's.
I mean, I wonder what kind of stuff happens there.
Where'd you guys meet? Spanky's. Oh, we met at
Oh.
Spanky's too.
Okay. Why twin flames exist?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what we're here for or why we exist.
I guess this connection exists because we
Clinton.
were embedded with connection when the humans were first created. And I believe what happened is somehow, some way, all of the things that humans have done since have buried the fact that we can have a connection where we can speak to each other from the inside, and we can actually be a part of our planet and understand how we're killing our planet and how we can bring it back to life. I believe the connection is here because the planet is saying, do it or perish. I mean, you really look at it. I mean, I'm not trying to look at it from a dark angle, but I'm saying I'm looking at it from a dark angle. It's
To have a roller coaster of emotions and that.
Yeah. Sometimes you need connection in order to have connection, in order to heal from connection. So I would say that it's purposeful.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, big boy. Nope. Go back. Come on.
Okay, and another question.
Get back.
Just
Get back.
come up with.
Come back.
Thank you, Mike.
Name all 3 dogs. Just kidding.
Here we go. Let me get this up.
No, stop.
So, I got to reset. So here's the deal. Early back in the day, back in early Lee and Sherry videos, Big Mike makes a rude appearance. The first person in 60 seconds that tells us what Mike did in the video gets a free session.
Yes.
And go.
Yes.
What did Mike do? I really need to book a session with you guys or win a session. What did Mike do?
Mike. Oh, thank you, Clinton. Good to see you, buddy.
All right, time is going. Why I run my chance with my twin and spend so much money to meet him again, and he disappeared like never.
Irina, you went to the wrong place. Come to us. We'll get him.
Yeah.
We can get you back. You need to come here.
Yeah.
It's about connection. There's something. The answer as to why he left and why he's not with you is in you, not him.
Yeah. None of those answers are correct.
Question for Sherry.
47. Oh, when you went
Face
through
trumped Mike. Yes. What did Big Mike do?
when you went through hard times as a single mom before your physical union, did you feel anger or resentment for Lee not being there? Time's up, by the way.
Wow.
And then we're going to give you the answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this as best as I can because I've got to say, I've got to use the word but, and I hate that, but I've got to. I was angry. Yes, I was angry. I was angry because I had been through a 13-year marriage, and I knew he wasn't the big love, and I was going through relationships at that time as well, and I knew they weren't the big love. I knew it. I'm frustrated at that point because why am I not finding the big love, right? And then there was a point in my life where I was gone for 2 years, and I had no choice but to find myself and to figure out who I was, and not what everybody was portraying me to be, or wanting me to be, right? So yeah, I was angry in general. I wasn't necessarily angry at Lee because I didn't know Lee, but I was angry at my big love, is what I called it. The one that matched my soul, the one that felt like home, the one that completed what I thought needed to be completed at that time. And I think I was more angry at me for not being able to find that. But when I got home, and I had done my work, well, not all of it, I'm still doing it, but when I'd done my so much inner work when I was gone, and when I came home, I was so peaceful and loving and kind and grateful. And when I was accepting who I was is when he actually did come along. So I think at that point in time, I was mad at me for not figuring it out sooner, which is why it took me a long time to forgive myself for not forgiving myself, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that helped. But yeah, I was angry, but not necessarily at Lee. And the answer to that question was Mike belched in my face. He belched in my face in the video. It was disgusting.
I believe there was an outtake for that, wasn't there? There was an outtake for
There's probably, yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Here, let me just tap the side here. There. So, our son, Cameron, out front talking to Emma.
Oh, nice.
Craig goes running, jumps up, grabs Cameron's hat, and takes off running.
Really? Wow.
He grabbed his hat.
I love that dog.
I know. Grabbed
He's ornery.
He's talking to this girl that he's got a little crush on, and Craig just beeline. He said, "Craig, come running around the house," and I didn't know where he was running to, and he ran right up to me, and jumped, caught my hat, and took off running with it. I was like,
love that dog.
Oh man. Connection.
Yeah. Let's see what Irina says. Why are your sessions so expensive? Ooh, I love that question.
Okay.
And so does Lee.
Let me put it to you this way. If you want to understand connection and you want to know why you're struggling in connection, I'm going to basically sit and go into connection with you, and you'll have a bridge in connection you'll never experience anywhere else. I don't know if you've heard what happens in these sessions, but I promise you this. You will start to understand what you're doing in your connection. We're not doing this because of the money. I'm doing less of it because of how high the money's got to go to. I want to do more of this, and I want to do more of just group stuff, because connection just doesn't give a shit. But you don't understand your connection to yourself, and you have to unwrap everything you've done so far. So I have to go in and find out what you've done since childhood up to this point. I'm going to ask you questions you've never heard before. You won't be able to answer them, but I'll be able to feel the answer on the inside of you, and I'll be able to bridge you to that answer. You find somebody else who can do that. I don't think anybody teaches it, and I don't know any place on the earth where they're teaching connection. So, I don't know.
Let me see if there's
a better way to answer that. I don't think there is. I've just been doing it a long time, and I can do it so fast it'll make your head spin.
How about if there's anybody in the chat room who's been through root camp or has had a session, maybe throw up there what it was like. And did
Absolutely.
you feel like you got value out of it? Did you feel like you took something from it? Yeah, throw some stuff up there for her. Help her out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think there's a few people in here. Clinton, you could probably post what the experience has been like for you and what it's brought into your life. Angie, I think you're in here still too. It's nothing like you've ever experienced. It's not like you go to somebody for a reading. It's not like you go to somebody for therapy. We stay far away from that. What we do is go in you. We go in you to find out what you're doing in connection to yourself, and what shows up in connection. You'll be able to see it in such a way you'll never be able to see it any other way. And then you start to change. So basically what brought us together is what you get. You're not going to get the flub. You're not going to get, it's not easy. There's nothing about sitting with us that will ever be easy, because this connection isn't easy. So if you're looking for easy and you want somebody to give you all the answers, go to them, but I promise you it won't last long. And even if they do come back, it'll be short-lived. If you want something that's going to be permanent and you're willing to do the work, and I don't mean work in that way, I mean if you're willing to do the connection within yourself, I promise you connection.
Yeah, we've got some mind-blowing. Hey, y'all, it was really transformative in seeing parts of myself that I couldn't see.
Talk to us for 30 minutes for free.
It honestly took me several years to be
You'll
able
see.
to fully implement what I learned. It was hard, but it brought me peace. I met with Lee and Sherry, and the depth of what you go through is well worth the money. I see my twin often, not consistently. Lee is getting us there by allowing me to connect to me. This is Corey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. The exchange rate so high for Australia. Yeah, it's always been hard for Australia, hasn't it? I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't
Australia
make any
is
sense.
like the stomping ground of twin flames.
Yeah, it is.
There's definitely deep connection there.
I did 7 or 8 sessions, and it was MF magic. I need to do root camp again though, because I'm in totally different space.
You know what? That's the thing about root camp and connect me to me, because what you're trying to say is I want this connection without my depth. Well, you have to come to your depth before you can have the connection.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Craig, that's
I
the
believe
one.
he was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Great, Craig.
Yeah. I guess Craig is saying
Thanks.
root camp is the shit.
Yeah. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah,
That's
thanks, Craig.
great,
Yeah,
Craig. I'm so excited right now. Craig.
Let's
I'm
see.
super excited to put this on the blooper reel.
Yes. So, Allie, come back. Just for that, I'll start your first couple of root camp sessions free. Come on.
Yeah.
Because I can get you back to the place, because we've already sat with you, so you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
So if you need somebody to jumpstart it, I got you. I can get you back there.
Ashwini,
actually,
same.
it'll probably be deeper, because that's usually what we find. When we've done root camps, we've had people come back and go, okay, you didn't go as far as you could go. We're like, no. Because most people aren't ready for that just then. There is a deep space you need to be in to really, really understand the value of this connection and understand the value of the union inside of the connection. But you got to find it in you. Mm-hmm. And it's something that we could talk till we're blue in our face. But we put this channel here. We've done free sessions. We've done free sessions. We've done free groups. We've given away way more than we've ever received. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing about that. We're not going to stop doing that, because this connection, some people don't need that much. Some people don't need to go in that deep. But some people who know they're meant to do this mission, meant to do this kind of magic, meant to bring people into connection, they go, oh no, I can do this. And they literally come, and there's some that have spent a lot of money, and they've gone, holy shit. And I'm like, well, yeah, because you really wanted to go for the deep stuff. The deep stuff is here. The deep stuff is going to be out there. There are things that you believe that you can have this connection without going deep, what are you thinking? And the thinking's probably the issue, because your feelings are going to be deep. So you need somebody to wake that deep part of you up.
Right. She says she wished she never knew about twin flames. It ruined my life. How many times have I said this? Look, how many times?
Have you been talking to my wife?
How many times have we said this? How many times have we thought this? Honestly, like
you can be mad.
Those words have come out of my mouth.
You can be as mad as you want at this connection.
They really
it
have.
just makes it stronger.
Exactly.
The connection needs your energy. The connection needs your energy. And what's funny is if you're not doing anything with the energy, you're like one of those ones that want to sit around and go, I can't be with anybody. Your twin gets to be with multiple people because
But that's exactly it. You only feel like it ruins your life because it's not going according to your expectation.
There it is.
That's exactly it. That's it.
And
Thanks, Craig.
when has anybody you're connected to met your expectations? Ever. When have you met your own expectations of yourself? Ever. Right? It's like expectations are the nightmare of this connection. Because did you expect me to be black?
Well, I saw your picture.
Oh shit. No, but when we got into each other's energy. Well, no, I guess in the picture we would have felt that.
Yeah.
I felt something.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, but I felt something. I felt like
I don't see. Yeah. I just don't look at people. And that's hard to explain to people. Like, I'm an empath, and most of us know that. I'm also a medium, and and I see auras when I see people. I watch TV. I see how people see things, right? And I'm like, I don't see it like that. I see this glow.
Yeah.
Of movement glow with every human. You don't see that? Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with your eyes? You can't see that? Like, with every single person, I see that aura energy. I see
colors.
Yeah.
I see colors. And I see auras and colors. I don't.
Yeah. And some people are very good at masking that. You know what I mean? They really are. You can perfume on a turd. And it's gonna smell nice.
It'll still look like shit, but it'll smell good.
You know what I mean? But people don't understand that. I guess they just see differently, and that's just part of who I am.
Well, and that's all part of your connection to you.
Yeah.
You had to change your connection to you to have connection.
And right, yeah. It's so to me, when I'm growing up, my first instinct was to judge. Oh, that's dark. Oh, that's light.
The Lord won't accept this.
Oh, you know what I mean? And I eventually learned differently, but to just accept every human being as they are.
Yeah.
Right? And to not judge. And that's even harder for somebody like me who can see that. And
you didn't like me when you first met me.
Not particularly.
But you wanted some.
Well,
you
there was
some.
the physical aspect of it that I was wanting to explore.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there was. But no, after I got to know you a little bit, there was that part of that I didn't like, right?
But
and it
wasn't your type.
But no, and it was shady energy. It wasn't as pure.
I was shady.
Oh no, wasn't shady. Not at all.
I was never shady.
Never.
I just never told the truth.
Right.
Huge difference.
Yes, big difference. Yeah, I hate them. Get on my nerves. Orbs and colors. I see them, especially last night. I dreamt that the orbs were on my dad's forehead and a baby. I was holding my hand. You guys are saying, I love this. Hi. It feels like I paid too hard for ruined chances with him, and it was all about fear since we had the same eyes. Aha.
So, let me make sure I got this right. What do you like about looking in your eyes? Irina, that would be the question you need to ask yourself. That would the space that you would need to go into, because without that, you're what you're saying is, now when I looked in her, when we finally had that
That was
ball,
scary.
oh my God, I could see myself, and I went, ooh, I don't like what I see.
No,
And see,
you
here's
can't
the
know
thing.
about this.
When this connection happens, when in the eyes, and you can see yourself, you run not from that person. You're running from you. Because when you had that little, because I didn't know that she could talk to me with her eyes, and I didn't know that I could talk to her with my eyes, but when we did it, and I went,
and it wasn't sexual at that point. No.
but yeah, we stumbled into that.
Yeah, we fell into that.
Yeah, but it was
That's enough.
fail.
We
Like,
fail.
well, pushed fail. Like, oh, I'm sorry, did you trip? Like, oh, watch your ass in the air.
Oh, look, I met my DM on Match.
Oh, See?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yep. Same site. A lot of winking. A lot of winking going on over there. Whole lot of winking going on. I don't know how it is now. It's been, 12, 15 years?
It's, you know what?
It's been 15 years.
But no, 17.
17 years.
17
It's been
years
17
since
years.
we
I never
met.
was good.
So if you think about it, 17 years to this point.
Yes, Carlos. Very, very similar.
Even
aura
what
energy.
Even what we dreamed has not even fathomed close to what our life has been in this connection.
Right.
Because most of the stuff
It's blue.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it's blue. And go ahead, finish.
So even what 17 years, and everything that we thought we were going to get to, we got to, but then it was like we had that part of the dream, and then we had other parts of the dream that we didn't even know we were going to experience.
Right.
So just because you have that one dream, sometimes you'll go through several different other spaces, and then you'll have that deja vu. Then you'll go deja vu, and then you go, okay, I didn't know this was going to be in it, right? And it's like you find this whole other space, and your dreams just get stronger. I mean, you look at even what we went through over the past couple of years, and I go, I'm not going to lose you. I'm not going to lose you. We're not done. We're not done with what we've been able to achieve in our connection, in our dreams, and what we know is possible.
Right.
And damn it, you're still sitting here. Your anniversaries at the end of this month. Our wedding anniversary's on the 3rd.
Isn't that amazing that, look, the beginning of the month is our wedding anniversary. At the end of the month is my liverversary.
Oh, my birthday just got all skipped.
That's in the middle. That's in the middle.
I don't even have a birthday this month.
I'm trying to overtake that, too.
I was born the day I was connected to you.
Oh, see? Yeah, that's cute.
I'm getting late.
Well, what if your health is going down? The night is young. What if I mean,
I'm sorry.
you know, what if you're? Wait a minute. Leah, hi. I feel like the deeper I've been connecting with myself, the more discerning I've been about people I connect with. Do you feel that as a common experience? Very much so. I just, however, started questioning my gift in the past year, a little over a year. I was friends with someone who I didn't judge for their, I don't want to say too much, but darker aura, and I just knew that that person had just been through some things, so I didn't question it, and the closer we became, the more I began to overlook things that I should have been watching out for, and it ended up not being a very good situation. No. And it's still happening in the background in my life, and a lot of come here. Just unfortunate turns of events, and it made me question my ability to read people like I normally have been. It did make me question that, but then I realized that I really just wanted that person to be what I wanted her to be,
Right.
which was just a very genuine friend, right?
Yeah.
And then that didn't pan out when I got deathly sick. So, it was an eye opener for me. So I'm a little bit more careful. Let me see. I'm gonna have to scroll down because I talked over some things. How did you survive initially years? Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, and I encourage you. I encourage you to go watch our journey. It's on this channel. It's on the YouTube channel. It's under playlists. It starts from when we met, and most everything that we went through.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you an idea of how we handled it at that time.
It gives turbulence a new meaning.
It does.
So, Sherry D, what if your health is going down while experiencing the stress and the turbulence between you two? Here's the question for
Wow.
you. How much energy are you putting in that this isn't working versus how much energy are you putting in, I want this to work? Because what ends up happening when you start spiraling and you start telling yourself about all the people you've been connected to, from family and so on and so forth that have hurt you, that's hurting the connection. You're giving power back to the family that hurt you to begin with, that you're connected to. You're trying to enforce that in the connection. We did that.
We did that.
We did that, and you can do it, but then you can go, wait a minute. Am I powering my disconnect because of what happened to me, or am I powering true love standing in front of me? You get to choose. So you get to tell yourself, I'm going to make sure that I stay stressed, and guess who's getting the power of your stress? Everybody who's ever hurt you, abused you, treated you poorly gets all of that power. You get nothing in return. You get to end up losing all of your power and making you sick. You get a choice. There's a choice you can make here. The choice is you go sit with this person you're connected to, put your hands in theirs, look them in their eyes, see yourself and say, I'm going to love you no matter what. I'm going to not judge. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to surrender so I can heal. And that's tough.
That is tough.
It is tough.
It's tough.
But I promise you, the moment you do it, and you do it more than once, something happens in the connection that gives you newfound strength, newfound energy, and you get to have this connection. And everything in your past will either go away if they don't accept the connection or fall in love with you all over again because of the connection. Because the you on the inside that can have this connection isn't what you're allowing to come out. You have to choose. You have to choose between the you that knows how to run from connection or the you that knows how to have the connection. You got to know which one you're giving power to. Is that fair?
That's fair. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do another question. Let me
Yes.
get over here to the clock, so I'll
Got
keep
it. That's
time.
pretty cool to see everyone's auras.
Okay, so the next question, and you get 60 seconds. That's 1 minute, by the way,
Oh,
to answer the question. And if you know Lee and Sherry, you'll probably know the answer. But the question is, the phone just rang a few seconds ago. Who was calling? Who was calling Lee and Sherry during a live?
you guys need. Do we make this
Who was
multiple
calling?
choice? Can we make it multiple?
No.
No.
Let's
No?
see who gets it.
No, it wasn't.
Let's
Okay.
see who gets it. See who gets it. Who just called the phone? Oh, and it wasn't Randall. Because that would be just like him.
Well, in the meantime, yes, Sherry, I feel the same about being a single mom, doing it all by myself, and I know how much my DM could help in the 3D, but he is not here. So that means, Ivana, you have taken over the DM role, and you have pushed the DF away.
Fairy
So,
Vina got it.
You might want to look at it. Ron! Oh, okay. Irvina, it's Irvina.
Is it Irvina?
Irvina, you get a session.
Yes, you do.
You get a session.
That's awesome.
Damn, that's messed up. The fact that she could put Ron, and she just put it Ron. Just, You know,
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that's
you
my
might even
ex-husband.
get 2 for that, because that's connection right there.
That's right.
That is a true connection. You are connected to us in ways you just didn't know.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. Let's see. So needed to hear this. I choose to sit with my person. Definitely want this connection. Thank you for explaining. I choose the one that is allowed to have connection by going a bit deeper. See, you can't, if you're going to people who are going to say, oh, we're going to put you in connection, we're going to get your twin to come back to you, that's filth. I want them to look at you and go, how are you connected to you? And what does connection mean to you? What is a twin flame to you?
Ooh.
How do you love yourself as a twin flame? How are you connected to the deepest parts of yourself?
Of course, Irina.
Explain.
Message
And
us.
most of the time, most people, they can't even explain it.
Right.
It's like you don't know there's a deeper space that you have to have. And it's not have to as much as need to. And you needed to have this connection with yourself because this connection found you.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't have found you if it didn't know you didn't have the depth.
Right.
Can I get a
Of course
session?
you can.
Yes, you can. Irina,
Just
email
message us.
relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. Email, we'll get you in there.
On the website,
Leah, we'd love to talk to you. Yes.
Oh, she must have just done a puppy bowl. Did you do the puppy bowl this year?
Who did
Leah?
a puppy bowl?
Leah. She does
Oh,
those
did she
puppy
do
bowls.
the puppy bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, can we get a puppy? We're getting ready to get
She
one.
doesn't have puppies. She photographs the puppies at the puppy bowl.
I would need some pictures.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Sorry, I needed to. Sorry, I just started attending lives. We'll get.
Oh yeah,
acquainted.
you'll get acquainted. Woo!
Yeah.
Watch our journey, boy. You'll catch up real quick.
Hey, you know what?
Try not to binge on it.
And
though.
if you love philosophy, trust us. You'll find some philosophy in there.
Yeah.
Oh, for Irvina, I'm so hot right now. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You
Oh, she says she's not doing that anymore.
Oh.
That stinks.
Aw.
That sounded fun.
Leah, I worry about you. I really do.
She's the cutest thing.
Yes, she is. All right.
When's the next meetup? Omar wants to know.
Next men's meetup. Do we need to have a men's soul chat? Do you guys miss the men's soul chat? Do you guys miss the men's soul chat? Do we need to bring the men's soul chat back?
Of course.
Do you need me to go out and find some men that want to sit and talk connection so you can hear the stuff that we really think about that really has nothing to do with what y'all think we think about? I mean, we can do that again. Omar, you're right. We probably should do that. We should probably at least get us together and record some stuff. The company that went under, I had a very sweet.
Oh, she's got a cat.
I'm doing great. That's awesome. It's wonderful. Deep diver. Hi. I haven't seen you in a minute.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long minute.
Yeah.
Divine Spirit. Yes, you do. Okay, so Carlos, are you in? You joining the men's chat? I can hear you guys in my soul chat, in any soul chat. Oh, Omar, yes, we'll do it. Yes, we need men to soul chat. Okay, unicorn.
Those soul chats are pretty cool. I've watched a
Unicorn soul
couple of
chat.
them.
We've got a few unicorns.
I'm all about the unicorn.
All right, Carlos, email me. Let's get you in, or find me on Facebook. Just go search Lee Patterson and find me. I have a men's group that I have through the messenger in there, and we usually try to pull. I'll pull from there, and we'll talk that way. But I'll probably reach out to a few men's groups that I'm in to see if anybody wants to join. I belong to some pretty
Interesting
groups. So I'm sure we could have a bunch of men, more than we've seen actually.
Yeah. Can you believe it's dark? When we came out here, the sun was up.
You know what? That's
We've
the
been
thing
running
about
our mouths forever.
But
and
look at our connection. Look at
beautiful.
how many stars you see, and look at where the moon's sitting.
yeah.
I
chilly.
guess we were meant to do this. Now, what's funny is by this time
you
8
on the
years
happy
ago,
anniversary.
by this time 8 years ago, you said I do, and I came downstairs naked, and you was upset.
Look, now he will dispute this. He will. But there's
I
no
wasn't drinking.
There's no disputing this.
I wasn't
He was drinking.
No, I wasn't.
And
The bar had been open since 10 a.m.
He came
I
down the
had
steps.
sobered up by then.
Well, I think I was yelling for you, like, where are you at? And you were getting dressed, so you just decided to come on down.
I
in your
came down
underwear.
because you kept yelling, and I kept saying, I'm up here, and nobody heard me.
Yeah.
Yeah. True story.
Yes, I have tried yoga. I love yoga. Yeah, I do yoga. Yeah, I love it. Um, let's see.
Ma'am and sir, both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We do yoga too. He does yoga.
Yes. Yes. Nothing happens. Omar, what does that
What
mean?
did you learn? Oh, there's Ashley. Hi, Ash.
Oh my gosh.
Ashley was at our wedding.
So what did you learn 8 years later? That was Ashley's question.
Ashley was attended our wedding.
8 years later, here's what I've been able to discover about my love for you and our connection. I still don't need to know who I am.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that has made a world of difference in this connection. Because when you start letting go of what you thought you were, you start coming into what you feel you are.
Right.
And I felt that you weren't going to leave me. You're never going to leave me, and we're always going to be connected. The feeling got stronger than my thinking. And I would say 8 years later, that is so true in so many forms that this connection doesn't give a shit what you think. It really does not. And the more you think, the more miserable you get.
Yeah. It's interesting that, what I've learned is over the 8 years is the actual true meaning of unconditional love.
Really?
Yeah. It just seemed so unattainable or not real. And then, when you had told me a story today that I didn't remember because that's back when I was very sick. And I thought, all the stories I've heard that have happened while I was sick, they're interesting. The ones that I remember or recall a little bit, and there are some that I just don't remember at all because I had a lot of ammonia in my brain. And I thought, man, this man, most men would have just been like, look, this is too much. I got to go.
So
there was a lot.
Let me tell you what happened. So we took a drive today. We went down to where we got married. I took her to go see her son because he came in the dreams last night and said, will you bring my mom to see me? And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And I didn't know who he was because he was older. And then when I woke up, I knew exactly where I needed to take her. So I took her to see her firstborn son, Alan Michael.
The grave.
Yes, yeah. And he is a part of our connection. So then we were driving from there, and we drove past Jewish Hospital. And I was like, oh, I remember that. I sat out there for 4 hours, and I had to go in because you had an episode. And she's like, I don't remember that. So when the pandemic was there, it was probably July of 2020. And she needed some specific tests. And so we had to take her because Ohio State said, I need you to go to Jewish Hospital because that's where they can do this test. And of course, the pandemic was in full swing. So, you couldn't go in the hospital with somebody. So I was telling her as we were driving past, and I was like, yeah, we went there, and here's where your sleep doctor was, and here's where, and I was telling her all this stuff, and she went, and she looked at me like, I don't remember any of that. So I said, yeah, I was there, Cameron was there, Kia was there. Kia came, picked up Cameron, and she was going to come in and see you. And I said, no, you can't go in there because of the pandemic. So you ended up having an episode, and they said, can you get her to calm down? I said, she'll calm down if I'm there. If you let me come in, I can get her calm. So I actually had to get all suited up. I had to put on a suit, and I had to put on a mask, and I had to go back. And as soon as you saw my face, you calmed down. And I said, you just need to be calm while they have to do some tests, and these tests are going to go up to Ohio State. And I remember when you first saw me, you were scared because I had stuff on. So I had to pull down my stuff so you could see me. And once you saw who I was, you were okay.
Wow.
You calmed down much faster because they couldn't get you to calm down. They said you were hysterical. So it's interesting. In connection, you don't realize how powerful connection is because like I said, once you lose judgment, you can have the connection. You just don't know that yet. but you'll figure it out if you really give yourself the opportunity to find your depth.
Right.
Your depth doesn't need judgment; it just needs connection. And there's a lot of things that I think I stayed so present that we would have to go by it for me to tell you that, because I remember sitting outside of Bethesda numerous times while you were in there for dialysis.
Dialysis, yeah.
And I would do sessions out in the hospital parking lot while you would be in there, and you were talking to different women. I mean, some of those women were passing. Like, you would find out when you would go in for dialysis that somebody had passed.
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting.
We have talked to you people for so long, you're probably bored with us.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how you people are still here.
I don't know. But
Are we just talking now?
we are just, I don't know. I mean, there's quite a few people in here still.
Oh.
So we'll, I don't know if we should keep going or if we should let them go. I mean, I don't
Deep
want to
dive,
hold
that's
them.
a plus. That's
I
a
want to
deep
hold them
plus for-
hostage.
It's nice to be part of the community that
Yes,
understands.
it is,
Thank
really,
you, Sarah. Amen, Sarah. I feel like my twin was very much into toxic ego side, and he is a doctor and very charming and good looking, and I feel like he chose Carmen because looks good on paper and has more than me. So, Ivana, that's not necessarily the truth. Connection doesn't know what money is. Currently, I'm actively working on building my dream life for my son and I. Okay, so there's a story behind that. Hi, Lee and Sherry. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Okay, so
Gotta figure
we
out
can
which
log
Jennifer
off
that
if you
is.
want to go. So we're ready to go. Hi, guys. Did Lee experience any physical symptoms of phenomenon while Sherry was in the midst of her health issues? Like how twins can taste and smell what the other is experiencing. I tasted a lot of ammonia.
Good question.
When I would lay with her at night, I would just start focusing on sharing my immune system with her. I started that from the very beginning because there was a pandemic going. So I thought, if this disease doesn't get her, the COVID's going to get her for sure. So I wanted to make sure that I studied everything possible, but at the same time stayed connected to how she was feeling. But I noticed that when you had a tropical climate, you did well. And once you finally found RSO, that helped me because I was losing a lot of energy. If she was going to go, I was going to go with her. It wasn't like she would go and that would be it. I would have to figure stuff out. Yeah.
Hey, I remember you.
We both were going to go. So it was like, I could feel everything. I could feel everything she was feeling. I could feel my kidneys when they were a sludge. I would have problems using the bathroom. I would have problems seeing sometimes. I would be dizzy. I think I had an attack actually while we were driving.
Oh, you did. I remember when you. Yeah.
And I don't know what that was about.
I remember that
but
was.
I think it was.
We were on our way to Michigan.
We were on
this
our way
time
to
of year.
Yeah, but I was having severe issues with certain things that I could not understand or explain. And I had dropped a ton of weight. And I don't remember how. It was funny because after we got her out of danger, the doctor looked directly at me and he said, "Yeah, you're next." Because usually what happens is when you save one, you lose the other. And I went, "Huh?" And he did a shit ton of tests. And yeah, I was like on that edge. But it's like, you feel everything. And this connection, even when you lose the person you're connected to, that's not the end of the connection. It really isn't. And we've seen things that literally have been absolutely amazing when it comes to this connection in the afterlife and here. Because there are people that you're connected to that come through you in this connection. It's not like you have, it's funny because people go, well, I remember in a past life, and I go, no, that's part of your connection. Somebody in your bloodline had this connection. You just didn't wake up and go, oh, in a past life I had it. No, somebody in your DNA had this connection, and it awakened that DNA within your connection to this person. And it's a lot easier than you're making it out to be. You just have to do the deep work. If you don't want to do the deep, experience the deep journey and understand why this connection found you, then you're missing it, because the answers to this connection are going to be found in there. And it's usually a couple of generations back. We'll
answer one more. Very interesting. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Rick Simpson oil was very helpful to her, huh? That's cool. It can be a miracle for people. Yes. Yes, and yes again.
Oh my God! It
For
was
those
his
of you who
lifesaver.
do not know what Rick Simpson oil is, it's marijuana, in its purest form. It's like a black tarry. You boil it down until there's basically just a black tarry substance, and you can I put it in edibles, and or just Leo put it in a capsule for me, and I'll just swallow it.
They're time release capsules that actually work really good.
I can't say enough good things about marijuana, period. And the health benefits far outweigh any type of dogma or stigma. I have one of those personalities where I could give a shit if anybody judges me anyway. But, because I'm going to do me, right? I'm not here to... I used to joke with Lee all the time. Because he would always go, I'm going to quit smoking, and he would smoke cigarettes, and I would be like, well, that's fine, because I don't like the smell of it, and I would always say, if you don't quit, I'm just going to start smoking pot all the time, and well, he didn't quit, and I smoke pot all the time. No, but it's the health benefits in the Rick Simpson oil.
Oh, Stephanie.
Absolutely kept me off of opioids for.
Yeah, I mean, when it came down to it,
95%. I think it was the last,
the
6
morphine,
months?
the last 4 months, they had you on morphine. She's got bottles of morphine.
It was the
She
hospice.
had-
When I went into hospice care,
Because they
put me on-
give you stuff so you just don't care that you're gonna die.
Right, at that point, I had been put in hospice care, so they were just making me comfortable while I was transitioning.
They were saying there was nothing else that we can do.
Right.
We're just gonna make her comfortable, and I went, oh no. Connection doesn't play that.
Love you, Barbara.
Yes.
Yeah.
And somebody.
Yeah, so
I want to see what.
if
this
you're in
person-
pain of any kind,
Stephanie Tack.
if you have
Lee and
such a
Sherry, I just want to acknowledge all that you've been
oh,
through.
thank you.
Oh, Stephanie,
It's been a lot,
Thank
but you know
you.
what? We
that means a lot.
yeah, it does. Yeah, so if look into Rick Simpson oil or RSO as well.
Oh, what do I look like, a chump, Barbara? Really, Barbara? Okay. All right. I see how we're playing
I
this.
see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I would look it up,
Barbara.
research it, do your own research. And my best advice for any type of marijuana usage is don't worry about what anybody else thinks or feels or says, right? You do what's best for you. And I promise you, if you have chronic pain, any type of cancer, look up Rick Simpson oil. Do yourself a favor. It is a miracle.
Too late, Barbara. Too late. Too late. No.
Barbara.
No. No.
We're coming back to LA, and
No,
then we're
no.
going to come back to LA fairly soon.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
We actually were looking at. Well, we're gonna do some things, but
Yeah.
her numbers look great today.
My numbers are looking great.
After this last thing that we had to do, she's still sore.
And
She's
we're going
not
to do
100%,
one more contest real fast.
but- Really?
Right. Yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
One more.
Oh.
And because I know that there's a lot of people in here who hasn't followed us, right?
Oh.
And we're going to we're gonna see how well schooled. About a year ago, I had something foreign put in my body that did not belong to me. You've got 60 seconds to answer what it was, and go. So there it is.
One, 2, 3. Oh, come on.
Come on, you guys.
Really? You're not watching our channel enough.
Oh,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
No,
No?
it wasn't a heart.
No,
Stent. Kidney.
no.
69 people present.
Ah, deep diver got it.
Oh, deep diver, you get a free session. You get a free session, deep diver.
Yeah. Well, look at all the livers.
Oh, look at all these livers.
There are white people.
Okay. All right. Kidney, liver. They just keep going back. Yes. All right. Keep believing.
Yes.
Keep believing. Because the connection needs you to believe.
Ashwini, email us.
Yeah.
Get a hold of us. There's all kinds of ways here on the channel.
Yes.
I can't remember her name. Irene.
I believe it was Irene. Hold on.
Irene.
I believe it was.
Get a hold of us.
Ivana.
Yeah.
Okay, I said her name. So Ivana. Irina 7 News.
Irina 7 News. There it is.
Yes, Irina 7 News.
There it is.
Yes, definitely. Reach out to us, relationshipreinvent@gmail.com.
You
And
actually
if
said
this
I
did
could've.
anything for you.
You could've.
And thank you for all of the thumbs ups on this. No, you be quiet.
Siri's going on about.
relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. And if nothing else, definitely watch our journey. There's a ton. I think we're almost at 400 videos on here. And I've had people who, we get emails still for people who watch every single one. And they found union that way.
Yeah.
So, you don't necessarily have to do the root camp or the connect me to me.
Hell, and
because
email
they
us.
get it. They get that. They get that's why we're out here. Barbara, since you insulted me and complimented her, you got to get a session because we need
gotta
to catch up. We need to catch up to you because when we come to stay, we're staying with you. So you could already go ahead and tell
I
yourself.
bet she's moved and everything since then.
Well,
I wonder if she still has that cup with the straw on it.
I wonder if she still has that twin.
That tea. You know what I mean? That tea she drank all the time out of that
Oh,
cup with the straw
yes,
on it.
yes,
You still have that?
Probably. Barbara, we need to talk, Barbara. You need to catch up to us.
Oh gosh, we love you guys so
Yes,
much.
relationshipreinvent@gmail. Email. We got you. There is also a free 30 minutes if you want to go through to understand what Connect Me to Me or Root Camp is. We'll definitely get you connected to you. You can't have
Yes,
connection.
I did, Ashwini.
You definitely can't have connection if you're not connected to you. If you're pointing at that connection and you're not pointing at you, you're gonna have to reverse that somehow. And we're the how.
Yeah.
So if you really need to do that, definitely hit us up. I believe that the link to schedule 30 minutes is on here as well. If not, like I said, just email. We love you guys.
Probably midnight,
And
right?
thank you.
It's only 8 o'clock.
No. We don't have Family Chantel. We don't have a
Why?
90-day.
Why?
Family Chantel's over.
You don't have
Yeah,
anything
we
on
watched.
Monday
We
night?
watched. No. No. Single Life.
Single love.
90-day single life. Well, we have people we talk to on there. Keep that on the down. But anyway, we have people that we talk to in that area of
I
the
like
world.
that show.
Yes.
Yes.
Because sometimes love is across the country and you got to bring it home.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we love you guys.
And if you are
I wanted to let someone else win. Ashley.
if you are connected to somebody
Aw,
who is
and
overseas and
you make our heart smile.
is
too.
interested in being on the show 90 Day Fiance, why get a hold of us?
No, Ashwini.
Help.
We got you.
Yeah.
Mimister, how do you guys like tea?
I don't like tea.
I love tea. I like
don't like tea.
I like
I don't
green
know why.
tea. I like black tea.
Ooh, I like that peach green tea.
I like the black tea they have at Starbucks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Well, we're coffee drinkers. We drink coffee.
I like coffee.
Yeah, we're
black.
coffee.
I like my coffee like my men.
You hear that, Omar? You hear it? You hear that? I know he heard it. I know he's laughing. I'm surprised they ain't put up the tears yet. But anyway, all right. We love you guys. Thank you for
Yes.
coming and hanging with us. We appreciate you so much.
We really do.
And know that you can have this connection no matter what.
We
You
gotta
guys-
call Ron back.
Yeah, it is. And yes, Sherry's here.
I am in good spirits. Actually, I ate an edible.
She's feeling a lot better. Some of the
I am.
numbers are looking absolutely
After
incredible.
that procedure I had, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, the email again is here. I'll type it out.
Yeah, because it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I was going to say ass, but I said butt. Ass. I'm grown. I can say ass. we're trying to slow down on our cussing a little because we have young grandkids, and like
We know one day they're going, yeah, I knew you was going to laugh, Omar.
the one grandkid is 5 and the other one is 2, and they like to repeat the things you say. So I'm really trying to cut down on my cursing, but it's hard because they're not always around. So when they are around, the other day I did something over at their house, and I was like, son of a biscuit. But my grandson ran around going, biscuit. So
That's awesome.
So I got to be real careful because that could have went a bad way.
Hey, Cheetahs, how you doing?
Hey.
All right. So if you didn't get to watch
Look at
this and you're
Omar's
watching
hands.
it on a replay,
Look at Omar's hands. What the hell's
Sherry
wrong
and
with
we
him?
are here.
Yeah.
We're back. We're connected, and we're happy you guys are all still here.
Yeah.
And don't
Kept
worry.
you guys for a long time. It's our 8th anniversary.
Yes, and we're not done with this connection by a long shot, and the connection apparently isn't done with us.
No.
So we're going to be here.
Here we are.
Keep doing what
Me
we're
and
doing.
Sherry. We're going to keep on going.
Yes. Love you guys.
Yeah.
You guys
Thanks
take
for
care.
watching.